Voters are reflecting on a spring election that is reshaping politics in Wisconsin. The ideology of the state Supreme Court has now flipped from conservative to liberal.
And there is a common theme among everyone I talked to today. I was in Milwaukee and Brookfield to see how the results are impacting voters. 22-year-old Romy McKinley of Janesville hopes a victory by Janet Protasiewicz is a victory for women's rights. At 22, what really motivated you to go to the polls?
I find that it's really important that women have autonomy to their bodies.
I stopped by Capitol Cafe and Pancake House in Brookfield. Diners enjoyed their home-style meals, but the topic of the election was as hot as the lunch platters. Charlie Munson was happy with the election results, but unhappy with those negative ads.
Appalled with the TV and the ads and the amount of money spent.
Judy Helmer of Waukesha echoes Charlie's sentiment.
I really didn't even prefer either candidate for the Supreme Court. I wasn't happy with the way they were advertising themselves. To me, I don't want to hear negative ads ever.
Lyle Helmer wanted Republican-leaning Dan Kelly to win Tuesday. He worries about mixing politics with the Supreme Court race. You don't want to see liberal or conservative. You want to see people follow the law.
Yep. Yes, exactly.
When we think of the Supreme Court, we'd like to think that there's no one party in charge.
Yeah, my opinion is that it should be based on what the law is, and then you take the facts of the case and you discuss them and then decide according to what you interpret the law to be.
And everyone I talked to was hoping for a return of civility and kindness in all elections. And they all have serious concerns about our democracy.
I've got, children and grandchildren that I'm not eager for their world.
What's going to be happening for them? What kind of a government will they be under? And, what kind of a world will it be by then? And it's really scary.
And it was interesting. I was stopped by so many people who told me they want to return to a time when you could actually disagree and still have a friendly discourse.
These are the final numbers in the race that was watched nationwide. Judge Janet Protasiewicz defeating Dan Kelly 56% to 44%. We want to get a closer look at the story behind the numbers that are the results of the Supreme Court election.
Chief political reporter Charles Benson joins us now. He has more on voter turnout. Charles.
Yeah, let me walk you through 4 key points from the election last night. And let's start with the big number right there, 1.83 million voters. That is a record voter turnout for a state Supreme Court race in a non-presidential primary year. You can see that Dan Kelly winning most of the state or more counties, but he did not pick up more votes. So let me talk about point number 2, 3 counties that Dan Kelly did not win, right up here in the Green Bay area. Brown County, Outagamie County, as well as Winnebago County. Those 3 counties going to Protasiewicz. And just 5 months ago, Ron Johnson and Tim Michels won those 3 counties. All right, let's look closer to home here, and we're going to zoom in on the map and focus on what are known as the WOW counties, Ozaukee, Washington, and Waukesha County. Let me show you what happened in Waukesha County. Yes, Dan Kelly wins, but he didn't get the number he needed. In fact, in the February primary, 64% of the vote went to the 2 conservative candidates. You can see he fell well below that number. And now to Dane County, that juggernaut that just keeps helping Democrats. Look at the vote difference here. Kelly falling behind by 150,000 votes. When you look at her total vote, he loses by 203,000 votes. She got 3/4 of that margin just in Dane County, proving once again that Dane County is a powerhouse for Democrats and a problem for Republicans. Steve?